Commercial real estate in Manchester. Office, retail, and industrial insights. Let's talk about Manchester. Not the football clubs, not the indie bands. Though yes, they're legendary. But the brick and mortar heartbeat of this buzzing northern powerhouse. Commercial real estate. I'll start with offices. Remember that weird post-pandemic moment when everyone was saying, offices are dead? Yeah, not quite. Sure, the hybrid model is king now, but businesses haven't given up on office space. They've just become pickier. Grade A space? Flying off the shelves. I had a client last autumn looking for a floor in Spinningfields, budget of £60 per square foot, thinking that was enough. It wasn't. They ended up in a quirky loft-style spot in Ancoats. Bit more edge, bit more character. You win some, you pivot on the rest. But here's the twist. It's not just about where you're based. Amenities matter. Gyms, coffee bars, rooftop terraces. I viewed a building recently where the landlord added a podcast studio. A podcast studio. I mean, what's next? Nap pods? Now, retail. Oh boy, if you'd asked me 10 years ago whether high street shops would still be a thing in 2025, I might have laughed. But here we are, and guess what? It's evolving, not evaporating. The Trafford Center still draws huge crowds, but what's really interesting is the indie boom in Northern Quarter and Chorlton. Think vintage denim, vegan donuts, and zero-waste refilleries. There's this shop in Didsbury, handmade candles and macrame plant hangers. Sounds niche, right? But they've got queues on Saturdays. And that's the secret sauce, experience-led retail. It's not about just selling stuff anymore. It's about storytelling, community vibes, and yes, Instagrammable corners. Also, let's not forget pop-ups. Short leases, lower risk, high energy. I helped a craft brewery take a 6-month let under the arches near Deansgate. They hosted quiz nights, live DJs, even dog yoga. Yeah, dogs doing yoga. That's Manchester for you. And then we come to industrial, the unsung hero. Honestly, if I had a pound for every logistics firm asking about last-mile delivery hubs near the M60, I could probably retire early. But it's not just big sheds anymore. Think urban logistics, dark kitchens, micro-fulfillment. One client of mine, a streetwear brand, snagged a 4,000 square feet warehouse in Trafford Park. But not just for storage. They've got packing stations, photo studios, and even a mini basketball hoop. Creative spaces breed creative ideas, right? Oh, and let's talk rent. Industrial yields have been juicy lately. We're seeing 5.5% to 6% in the suburbs. In some fringe spots, even tighter. Landlords love it. Tenants? Well, they grovel but sign anyway. Supply's just too low to play hardball. Quick sidebar. Planning. Manchester's council is making noises about sustainable development. So if you're eyeing conversions or green builds, now's the time to schmooze your way through planning committees. I've sat through enough of them to know it's all about relationships and reading the room. And can we just acknowledge the boom in co-warehousing? It's like co-working, but for crates and forklifts, ideal for small e-com brands who need storage and want to rub shoulders with other cool entrepreneurs. There's a space in Salford I visited last week. Fridge units, flex leases, even communal barbecues. No joke. So what does all this mean if you're investing, renting, or advising in Manchester's CRE scene? Here's my take. Location still matters, but it's no longer everything. It's about flexibility, personality, and people. Offices are evolving, not disappearing. The vibe factor is real. Retail isn't dying. It's just getting quirkier and way more caffeinated. Industrial is the engine room, but don't expect it to stay boring and gray. And if you're dipping your toe into Manchester's commercial market, my advice, walk the streets. Literally, grab a flat white, chat with shop owners, get a feel. Because sometimes the best insights come from a chat with a barista, not a spreadsheet. Now, who wants to go warehouse shopping?